Welcome. This is Budget Space, your home for budget tech, budget items, Chinese goods, cheap tech, and all around budget technology, I guess. And now I want to also just make note, I'm not limiting this to just budget stuff. The primary focus is budget. But if I see something that I like a high-end cell phone, for example, like an S9 or S9 Plus or whatever, and I want to make a review on it, then I'm going to do it because I want to make good content for you guys. So the channel is also about teardowns, cell phone repairs, unboxings, and just a place to naturally learn. So let's get into it. This video today is about the Honor 7X's Oreo update. Now, I won't be showing you the actual settings page because of my emui on there, and I don't want you guys seeing that. So here we go. So when you get it, you get a modified version of Oreo. This is the emui skin launcher, whatever you want to call it, but emui is pretty nice. I have used, what's the other one? What's that? Nova. I've used Nova. Nova's really, really great. I have a Samsung. It's got a great Samsung Experience skin on there. It's nice. But this, I think, and I feel like this is a little bit cleaner. You got, in this window here, which is your settings window, you got your wireless networks, your device connections, your apps and notifications, battery, display, sound, storage, fingerprint, Face ID, unlock, scan lock, and all of that. They don't call it Face ID here. They call it Face Unlock. But it's the same thing. It probably is tuned a little bit better. For some reason, the stuff on Androids seems to be tuned a little bit better. I don't know why. Don't shoot me, Apple lovers. Don't shoot me. Anyway, then you've got Accounts, Smart Assist, Google Services, and then System. Now, the first thing I am going to stress to all new users of an Android phone, because all veteran Android users that aren't coders and that aren't doing certain things with these phones know that you need an antivirus. So I chose AVG because AVG is a free antivirus, and it works pretty well. So then what you would need, then at the same time I have Malwarebytes. Malwarebytes is the best, in my opinion, best second defense line against anything. They have a great firewall, and I recommend the program to people just for the firewall alone. Now, then we've got my absolutely favorite app, Haven. So, see this here? Won't go into it too much, but my absolute favorite app, Haven. If you look into it, Haven is only downloadable by an APK file. Now, it does exist on the App Store, on the older Google App Store, I think. But at the same time, you're better off just getting the APK file if you can find it, rather than going to the Google Play Store, logging in again, and hoping for the best. So, that's that. Then you got a cool little thing here that I haven't ever actually played with called Phone Cloner. Now, it essentially does, I guess, what it says it does, but I just back everything up. Don't worry about it. Let it go. Then you've got one of my favorite apps of all time, Firefox Focus. Firefox Focus is a lighter version, in my personal opinion, of the modern Firefox system. Firefox itself, dating back to the Firefox operating system and the Firefox mobile operating system, have traditionally been very light, with the exception of some older versions of Firefox, which were pretty heavy and bulky, but they were just amazing still to use. But for the purposes of this phone, what I'm using this phone for, Firefox Focus is more suited for it. So for the example, what Firefox Focus is good for is, let me give you an example here. Now, I also want to point out, by the way, while I'm doing this, you're going to see something up at the top that says like KS, MBs, things like that. It's called field test mode. I think that's the correct term for that. It might be a second one, but I think that's field test mode there. I think there's a signal test mode and then there's a field test mode. That, what it does is it tests the network you're on and gives you kind of a readout in numbers what the strength is. Don't ask me how that works. I don't really remember completely, so I can't explain it to you. Now, on Firefox Focus, you could search for anything. And when you're done, all you do is click that little garbage can down there and it deletes your history. So you never have any history bogging your phone down. You never have any of that worrying in the background that you have to clear every once in a while. You just click the garbage can and it does it for you. Now, the way these apps look is very, very clean, very reminiscent of an old Marshmallow, in my opinion. Because I just like it. I really do. I just like it. I think it's nice. I think it runs clean. It honestly is. It's honestly less buggy than the one on Samsung, on my Samsung 7 Edge. The Oreo update on that, I feel, is so buggy that I have times when messages don't even send. Messages don't even receive. And then I get them like hours later. I live with it. But it is what it is. So then we got, so I'm gonna go into settings here, and I'm gonna give you a breakdown of what the probably one of the most important things on the thing is, the apps and notification. So you go into the apps here, and you can see all the apps you have on this thing. Now you can also see, like I went through and I disabled almost all of the Google services because I'm not a huge fan of having them. If I want them, I'll put them back on. I also went through and disabled most of the bloatware that I could that came with this phone. So that's how that works. The nice little thing too is this phone also has an app cloning feature. So what you could do here is run 2 apps at once. Now traditionally, what you normally would do is you would normally use another single dedicated app for that. But I don't know what your use for 2 apps are, but it's nice to have if you need it. Then you got storage here. You've got, where is it? Maintenance. Where's the maintenance tab? Where's the maintenance tab? Okay, that should, no, not that one. But, 1 second. Here we go. You got storage, you got all of this here, and then you go to phone manager, and here's the tool I was looking for. So this is basically similar to the Samsung Experiences one. So let me just click that. I'll optimize that while we're talking. And now we're good on that. But this is good because it has its own little built-in antivirus that you can see is powered by Avast. So you know it's built by one of the best antivirus and one of the most reliable. So the nice thing about this too is it also shows you what you see here and how many percentages of like maintenance work you got to do. Let's put it that way, maintenance work. So then the default message app, which I will not go into because I do not want you to see in my messages. Generally, I just don't want you seeing my phone number. That's all. So then we go into, we got downloads here. We got docs here, which that's one thing I do want to point out. It is very nice to see docs, sheets, and slides here. Even if I never use them and I don't want to use them, it's nice to see them there. Like me personally, this right here is what I wish was a full-fledged program again, like it is on the computer. LibreOffice. But I'm deviating from that. So this Oreo update did a lot for the phone. I will give you the one noticeable one that will be very, very nice to all of you iPhone users that want to switch over or give it a try for a secondary phone. You've got Face Unlock. So I will not be putting my pin in and showing you, but you got Face Unlock, so which is generally just Face ID. Now, traditionally, Android has, like I said before, or I think I've said this to people in the past, traditionally Androids are usually tuned better than the iPhone software in most cases. Don't know why. Don't shoot me, Apple lovers, please. But let's go on. So really, that's been a pretty good breakdown of it. Now, everything else on the phone is nice itself. Like, I do want to make note that this phone comes with its own backup software too. You have to plug it in to get it, but it comes with its own backup software. I'm still a huge, huge, huge fan of Smart Switch, but the king of backup software has to go to iTunes. Just throwing that out there, giving you something to chew on. The king of backup software is iTunes. iTunes makes it much harder to back up, but it does a better job, and it just backs it up neater, cleaner, and in a better place, I think. The backups for Smart Switch are nice because they're like backing up to a external drive itself. So it's a little bit easier to work with. It's a little bit more to play with. But I'm not a big fan of the phone cloner or the built-in update tool. Built-in backup tool that they have on the Honor phones. But your choice is not the same as going to be mine on this one. So that has been the Honor 7X Oreo update. And if I missed anything, let me know. And if there's any cool things here you would like me to go back, revisit, make another video on, let me know. Talk to me in the comments. Have fun. Let's learn. Remember to sub and to click the notification bell if you'd like. If you have any suggestions for things that you would like me to review, leave me a comment down at the bottom, or you can contact me on Proton Mail through the profile about page. Okay? So, I'm signing off.